Hey guys, we'll get started here in a few moments. We'll start in about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the May edition of State of the Real Estate Market. This is yours truly, Chris Brown, real estate professional and marketing entrepreneur. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Looks like we got a couple of new areas that people are chiming in from. We got LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as a few other places. Facebook, Twitter. We are on all of the platforms at this point. We are live. So this is a live edition of State of the Real Estate Market. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. But this is the May edition. So we are in month 5 of 2024. Everyone's been curious as in what's going on with the market, what's happening, what's different from last month. It's definitely been some changes. A lot of people are starting to get the data in as in what their sales are looking like and what's really happening in the housing market. As I've said in the before, guys, this is election season. So this time of year is always a little interesting just because it's a new process, and things typically do not go as it typically does, as it would typically trend, as I would say. So, guys, let's do this. We will go ahead and get started. All right, so if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is a platform that we not only talk about buying, selling, and investing in real estate, but we also talk about generational wealth as well as other hot topics in entrepreneurship. So there's always something going on, something always to talk about. There's always something trending that people have questions about. So that's what we're here to do, to kind of get those questions answered for you guys. So diving on in, this is May 2024. Some of the key takeaways in today's episode is what is new? What is the new housing market trend for 2024? So it's all about who's winning right now. Are we still in the seller's market? Are we in the buyer's market? Are we experiencing the big rush that we were anticipating, or at least things picking up? I can say it has been a slow start, and it's definitely been a slow start. It's been a challenge for resale. I got a couple of things I'm gonna go through with you guys today, just to kind of give you the insight as in who's actually winning, because there are winners in this market. So keep that in mind. There are people winning, organizations that are winning, but what are they doing and who are they in this market? So keep in mind, it's one of those markets right now where it is slow. Uh, Everyone kind of anticipated a pickup during the spring months. We are in May, so we are getting closer to the summer months. And interest rates may be still impacting the real estate market. At one point in April there, I think last month we were above 7%. And I think just as of recently, that I'll go through that, we just dipped below 7%. And I think it was just a couple of days ago that it dipped below 7%, whereas it would had multiple weeks where we were in above 7% on those interest rates. And what does that do? It stifles the market. Buyers are not as willing to come out and make purchases with the higher interest rates because one, uh, it's more money, more of a monthly investment. Two, a lot of people are getting moved out of the market. They're not able to purchase just because of the interest rates and what's going on and how it impacts not only their monthly investment, but we also have a low inventory. So with that also being a part of the process, that means that the prices are still a bit higher. Do we anticipate these prices to drop? I wouldn't anticipate that, guys. With the low inventory that we have right now, it's going to be your economics 101, low supply, higher price point. But we are, like I said, steadily moving. People are winning in this market. And like I said, we're going to review that and let you know who's actually winning because it is a challenge just to kind of see what people are doing just to get property sold. And a lot of it is what I've kind of given you guys a heads up on what's going to happen with this market and what you need to do in order to get it sold. Uh, it's definitely not a market like it was during the pandemic. The pandemic was one of those situations where people were selling properties, and with those properties getting sold, it was always, multiple offers. And in today's market, we're not getting that. You're not having the multiple offers. You're not going to get that. And that's what the big situation is right now. Some people are anticipating some type of multiple offer scenario, and that's not happening with the market being as stagnant as it is at this time. So keep that in mind. Interest rates have been dipping, just like I said, just below 7%. So being just below 7% it's still on the higher side. I've definitely had some clients that have purchased some homes and were curious about the buy down. It's all about the incentives, buying down the interest rates if you're in a position to do so, negotiate. It's not all about the price. Use the leverage of the market right now where things may be a little bit slow, homes that have been on the market for a period of time. See how you can negotiate getting your interest rate bought down. With that being said, that's going to help that monthly investment, make it a little bit less than what it is. Because at the end of the day, that's what everyone's looking for. They're looking for the best opportunity for them at this time, especially if they're looking and they're in the market right now. So keep that in mind. So another piece of news that we have that's out there, what do we expect prices to do? Prices are not really going to be moving, guys. I had a few people reach out to me anticipating that they're just going to wait until the prices drop. Well, how much longer are you going to wait? A lot of people were saying that even during the pandemic. What happened? Prices just went through the roof. So it's always a position, especially if you're selling your home and you're looking to purchase a new home. It all depends on what your current situation is. What is your motivation? If you're in the market and you need to purchase a home, this is the time to go ahead and do so, because keep in mind, as these interest rates do drop, because at some point they're going to come back down. Now, they won't be down to the sub 3. I don't anticipate that sub 3% like we were spoiled before. But I do anticipate the rates coming down, and what's going to happen is that you're going to have more people come into the market. The inventory is going to stay the way that it is, and it's probably going to maintain. It's not going to have a significant pour of inventory coming. So it means you're going to have a higher demand and still a low inventory. What does that do? That means you have competition. Then it also means that you're going to have multiple offers again. And then that also means that those prices are going to either maintain at the higher rate or even continue to go up. Some economists that are out there anticipate the prices to go up as as interest rates go down and you get more buyers that are coming into the market, because some people are going to realize, hey, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this home now, and I'll just go ahead and refinance later on down the road. That is an option, especially if you are in a position where you need to purchase a home. And with you needing to purchase a home and looking to get a home at the current rates or price points, then you're going to go ahead and need to take action now. Because like I said, as the interest rates come down, that means you're going to have more buyers coming into the market. That means you're going to have competition, and those prices are going to steadily keep going up. I don't expect them to sharply go up like they were doing during the pandemic, where I think price points where people were doing 30, 50,000 over asking price. No, I don't think that, but it's going to come down to people really looking at what incentives a potential buyer is looking for, how soon they can actually close, what type of financing they have. So that really does impact our, say, first-time home buyers, because a lot of them are FHA, and sometimes that process takes a little bit longer, say, compared to someone who's going conventional. And when someone going conventional, the process is a little bit faster, but it's also about how your financing is set up and what loan program you're working with. A lot of loan officers or mortgage brokers are not built the same, so to speak. So some can move a lot faster. They have some programs. I've had a few come across my desk where they feel that they can close the property in 21 days. There's a lot of pre-work done in the beginning, so just make sure you're getting all your paperwork done, but they feel that they can actually close the properties in 21 days. And they've actually had a couple of success stories like that. So it's all about how to present the offer if you are on the buying side, and if you are a home seller, it's also about, asking the questions. If you're working with a real estate professional, make sure the right questions are being asked, so that you can understand how strong of a potential buyer you have that's seeking to purchase your property. So keep that in mind. I do anticipate prices to steadily go up, especially as the demand increases. Different trends that people are doing right now in order to get the property sold. It's the same thing, guys. You're going to have to take care of the property. You're going to have to take a livable home and make it sellable. So livable transforming into sellable, meaning that, if it needs some touch-up paint or a fresh coat of paint, that will always be helpful in getting the property sold. It's not that it's stopping someone from living in it, but at the same time, when a buyer is coming to your home, it's such an emotional process. So many emotions are going through their mind. If the doorknob's not working, they see that the floors are dirty, the walls are dirty, or not presentable, even though they may not have any holes in them. A lot of buyers can't see past that point. A lot of buyers right now are being a little bit more pickier on the process, where they are really looking at their options. And right now, there's not that many options. And with them paying the higher interest rates and paying a higher monthly investment, they're really starting to reconsider their option of actually buying a home. So when you're presenting your home, you want to make sure that that home is presentable and that it is in a sellable and marketable manner. And what I mean by that, especially on the marketing side, is that a lot of people, they're not making their property available for potential buyers to view their home. I understand that process can be a little daunting. Having people coming in the property, you're having to get the property ready. If you are working with a real estate professional that is knowledgeable what kind of programs that are out there, and so especially someone that is resourceful. That's what I always tell people: got to be resourceful. There are ways of getting your property purchased cash. I speak to my sellers all the time in reference to that. Even though I am an agent, some people say, well, that means you're going to place on the market. There's different options that are out there. That's why I take the time to sit down with my homeowners and actually say, hey, these are the options. There's the traditional route. There are a few non-traditional routes that are available that is becoming very popular and very convenient for homeowners to get their property sold fast in today's market. So keep that in mind. Always have that sit down, have that interview. That's why I always request to do a sit down face to face and not just something over the phone or or a desktop review of someone's home, because there's so many things that needs to be known. Really trying to identify the motivation of any type of home seller. All right. Is it a good time to sell? Of course, you guys always know, yes, I'm going to tell you, yes, that it is a good time to sell. But it really is going to lean on the fact as in, what is your motivation to actually sell in today's market? Are you really looking to buy another home? Are you trying to upsize, downsize? Are you trying to move out of the area? Are you moving because your job is moving? You know, those are some factors. Have you inherited a property that you really don't want to take care of? Those are some things that really impact the way that you actually sell your home, or if you plan on selling your home, or if you can actually wait to actually sell that property. So it is a process. Like I said, if you are working with a resourceful real estate professional, they're going to have different options for you. You know, I always tell like I said, my clients said, you know, let's speak, let's talk, let's look over our options. Give me a little bit more detail as to why we're actually selling this property. And with that being said, I'm able to uncover the real motivation of why they're trying to get the property sold. And not all properties actually go onto the market, just because there may be other options out there, and that's what I present to them, and that's what they may go with. So keep that in mind when you're moving forward with trying to get your property sold in the market today. This is probably going to be the trend until these interest rates take a bigger drop. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys where a few articles I was researching and getting the update really on what's happening in the market right now and what the experts are saying. You know, so it's not all just coming from me. Yes, I am knowledgeable, but it's, you know, I do a lot of reading and research. And when I'm doing that, that's when I'm able to identify what the next step is and what the next trends are going to be. And I encourage you guys to always tune in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I always give you guys a monthly update, but I'm also giving information, daily information in regards to the real estate market. So it may be something that you need to catch. And then always, if you have a question, just send me a direct message. I am on social media at Chris Brown, RE Pro. Send me a question, maybe something I answer in the next episode, if you can wait, or if it's something that I can just address directly, I'll go ahead and give you the insight of that as well. So feel free to reach out to me. At the end of this, I'll make sure that you guys, and also in the description, you guys should have the contact information that you guys can reach out to me. But I definitely wanted to share with you, let's see here, this article, as in, who are the big winners right now? And you're like, well, people are actually winning in the market? Yeah, yes, they are. Let's get you right here. All right, so this is an article right here that was online. Basically, this came out yesterday. So with it coming out yesterday, this is fresh off the press. But the article basically says that there's already big winners in 2024 housing market. And then it says, who is that? And that's the home builders. And you guys, I've told you this, and I told you it was coming. So what's happening is, because the home builders, a lot of home builders, and a lot of people aren't aware of this, but a lot of the home builders right now, what they are doing is that they are, they are adding a lot of incentives to attract buyers. So as a homeowner, when you're trying to attract buyers, a lot of times you're not able to offer incentives, especially some of these incentives. I've seen it where they had $15,000 to go towards closing costs, an additional $5,000 to help buy down the rate, or you use the 15 to help buy down. the interest rate, so many different things that were going on, that they were being creative, and this is what the builders are doing. They're being creative as in how they can incentivize the deal and attract buyers. So basically, what it is, they're becoming interested, and they're walking through the door, saying, "Hey, what can you do for me?" And that's what's happening, even at some of the higher prices, because people realize that, hey, if I'm actually on board with this, and these interest rates are extremely high right now, if I'm in a position where the interest rates can be bought down and you're going to give me money to buy down my interest rate, that's what the home builders are doing in today's market. This is how they're actually winning, because they know that your typical homeowner is not going to sell their home and give $20,000, $25,000 off their price and give it to a potential buyer. So, but this is what a builder can do. And the little caveat to that is that you have to use their financing. So this is how they kind of win. They're not looking at the short game, they're looking at the long game. So they can look at it as, if I give this incentive on the front end, I'll get them in the door and I can make it back in the long run. And this is where a lot of the builders are winning, and this is what they're doing. So as you guys can see, this is a chart of 10 of the nation's largest publicly traded home builders, and this is how they're crushing the market. A lot of names may be familiar to you guys: D.R. Horton, Lennar, Pulte Homes, Taylor Morrison, KB Homes, MI Homes, LGI Homes. These are all big winners in the market right now. They're building and they're buying hundreds, if not thousands, of acres of land so that they can just go ahead and preserve. And then a lot of these builders, they've already bought this land like years ago, or they're actually controlling the land. They've been doing that, and this is how with the market, and they're slowly placing out properties so they can still control the market and still have the higher price points on a lot of these properties. So keep that in mind. Another article that we went through, guys, that a lot of people are going to find, this is in regards to the interest rates. The interest rates, like I said, we finally, for 5 weeks, we're above 7%. So we finally are at a point where we're a smidgen below 7%. I think it came out to be like 6.9%. So interest rates are still high for buyers. And it's still going to impact how potential, how can I say it, potential homeowners, first-time homeowners are going to actually purchase a property in today's market. On this article right here, guys, you can see where the daily average 30-year fixed mortgage rate is at 6.99%, and that was as a couple of days ago. And it's eventually going to make it a challenge for any first-time home buyers to actually purchase a home. In a previous episode, I explained to you guys that a lot of first-time home buyers who are actually looking at homes, and a true single-family home with a backyard and with neighbors that are not attached, those individuals, if they're still in the market right now, they're actually looking at townhomes because of the price point now and affordability. So before they were looking at an actual house, now they're looking at a townhome. And with that being said, now they're going to have less of a backyard. A lot of those townhomes, they don't really have a backyard. They just have a back patio. And they're going to have neighbors that are going to be attached. So that changes the whole perspective of buying a home. And a lot of people are just saying, well, I'll just go ahead and rent instead of actually purchasing a home, because now they understand that, hey, if I'm not able to get what I want, then I'm just going to wait. And is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? So we'll see what happens here. Like I said, it is election season. With it being election season, the market is going to be unpredictable. And it's obviously been unpredictable for the past 4 years. People not understanding the trends anymore, or the trends just aren't still being established anymore. Here's another article I wanted to share with you guys. NAHB, this is another association I told you guys about, the National Association of Home Builders. They have an index that they utilize, and actually a lot of the home builders utilize this. With this index, when the interest rates were a little bit less than the 7%, there was an index above 50. And that means when it's a little bit higher, that's when you're going to have a little bit more incentives. That means that the buyer interest is going to be there. And with the buyer interest being there, you understand, you start to have a better understanding of what is going on in the market and what people are actually doing in the market. So with that being said, they use this index to give them an idea of how much inventory they actually need to build out over the next, next quarter, or what their next quarter is actually going to look like. So this is something very important to any home builder that is out there. So keep that in mind. All right. One more to share with you guys. Like I said, we do this market update each month. This is something that I like to share with you guys so you kind of know what's going on, what's new, what's happening, and how to kind of navigate the housing market. So this is another article just speaking in regards to how the housing market is impacting first-time home buyers. And basically what it is just experts are just explain that first-time home buyers, it stinks for them. It's a challenge. It's truly going to be a challenge. And I say that because as a first-time home buyer, it's a dream to be able to purchase a home and being able to go out and find a home that you like and that you've been dreaming of. But what the challenge is a lot of these first-time home buyers are not, they're getting priced out of the market because of the price points are a bit higher. With the incentives that are being offered, first-time home buyers are looking more towards new construction because they're going to get, there's builders in the Tampa Bay area here, the market that I'm in, and they have up to $30,000 in incentives. And this is for first-time home buyers. So who wouldn't want to take a look at getting $30,000? And this is money that they won't have to come out of pocket with, but it'll be financed, or to just help them buy down the interest rate, help them pay for their closing costs. Those opportunities still exist, even though the property price point is still a little bit higher. But if it's easier to get into a home, usually people figure out how they're going to get the payments made, and then they're also going to just go ahead and refinance once those interest rates do drop. So keep that in mind, guys, moving forward. It's going to be a challenge for our homeowners. And then with them having that challenge, a lot of people are going to say, hey, how do I purchase a home in this market? What do I need to do in order to get a home? So keep an eye on things, guys. I truly appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, we do this each month. There was nothing true to actually report for this month. We had a couple of things that were a little different in the market. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, if you are in the market and thinking about selling your home, feel free to reach out to me. I do a free consultation, and that's if you're in the Tampa Bay area. So if you're not in the Tampa Bay area, I can't do a consultation for you just because that's not my market that I'm in, and I wouldn't want to do you that disservice of trying to evaluate your home in a market that I'm not familiar with. So, but if you do need a referral, I can always refer you someone in your market. We do have a relocation department that does have a network of other agents and professionals that we can locate one in your area and help you with finding one of the top agents in your market. So, but guys, I do appreciate you. On the screen there is my big thank you. Always find me on social media at Chris Brown RE Pro, pretty much on all of the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm all on there. So be able to tune in. Appreciate you checking in. Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys haven't already done so. We'll be releasing a lot more videos. And also for my investors, we got a special boot camp that is coming up later this summer. House flipping 101, as well as rehabbing properties in today's market. So 2 big boot camps that are coming up. I look forward to sharing that information with you guys. Once again, thank you for chiming in, and see you until next time. Take care.